What's going on, guys? Smart Sincere coming to you with LMS tutorial part 4. This is the final part and we're going to be dealing with the mixer. So yeah, you guys can finally hear me stop talking. I know you're probably tired of my voice by now, but let's just finish this up. So now the FX mixer, now mixing, it's pretty simple. Honestly, I don't like to think about too much about mixing. First of all, I want you to hit the plus button to hit this plus button 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit this plus button 5 times. We're gonna get 5 effects because I think that's all we have. We only have 5, so yeah. So hit this button 5 times. Now I want you to name each of these channels. So right click and click rename channel. Call this one the clap. Next one, call this one the hi-hat. This one we're gonna call it the kick. And the next one we're gonna call it the snare. And the final one is gonna be the triple oscillator. Let's just call that triple OSC. Okay, so now look where I need you to follow. Now we're gonna assign each and every one. For example, notice how each channel has a number above it. That's the channel that it belongs to. So now, since we named this clap, right? We're gonna go to the clap, and we're gonna click on it. And now notice that it has a FX and a little box and FX next here. I want you to hold on to it. So click and drag up and drag it to 1. So now clap is down here now. Clap registers is down here now. So we can change the volume down here as well. Now go to hi-hat and drag it to 2. Go to kick and drag it to number 3. Snare and drag it to number 4. And finally the triple oscillator, we're gonna drag that to number 5. So now let's just hit play. Notice how everything registers down here. So now what pretty much we're doing when we're mixing, we want to make sure that nothing goes over the top. So for example, press play. Want to make sure nothing is what's the word I'm looking for? Nothing is going over the top. So first of all, I see a triple oscillator be getting a little bit too loud, so we're gonna lower that down. Snare, for example, also is getting a little loud, so wait, hold on. Lower that. The kick. So that's pretty much mixing in a nutshell. Just make sure that none of your tracks are overclipping. Make sure it's not in the red. You'll just by adjusting the volume down here, the volume knobs down here. It's always better to make sure they're not in the red zone. Like you don't want, especially the kicks. You never want your kicks too loud. So that's pretty much it for the mixer. So one more thing I'm going to show. I think this is the last thing that you need to know. Clap. For example, let's go to clap. Click on clap and go to FX and click on add effects, and it's going to give you a lot of different effects you can use. There's like so many, like seriously, like, but let me show you a common one we normally use. Click on the little search bar and type in REV. You're gonna see reverb pop up. I want you to click on the first one, click OK, and now you have a reverb onto your clap. So listen to it now. All reverb does is just increases like the room, for example. So it's emulating a room, and it gives it a slight echo. This is it without the reverb, and this is it with reverb. Okay, so as you can hear the reverb. Now, one thing I actually forgot to mention there in the entire video is that the panning on the side. Now, what panning is, it's simply moving the sound of an instrument from one side to the other side. So, for example, let's say we pan this to the right. Then when, for example, if you have a speaker and you're playing it on the speaker, you're gonna hear the hi-hats to the right side of the speaker. The more you drag it to whichever side that you choose, the more it's gonna be on that specific side. So for example, we have it all the way to the right. When you press play, the hats are only gonna are only gonna be coming from the right side. We have it in the middle, so it sounds like it's coming from both. So that's pretty much panning, and it's very good to pan in your songs. It makes it sound more diverse, more unique, more full. So it's always good to play with the pan. For example, we usually pan claps, hi-hats. Usually it's always good to keep your kick in the center. You should never be panning kicks. So pan your snare, hi-hats, and claps. That's usually good to do. Now, another thing too, I don't think I expounded too much on the mixing. So let's go back to that quickly. Press play. So remember, always make sure everything is agreed. Make sure your kicks sound too loud. Make sure the clap isn't too loud. The hi-hats, you never want your hats to be too loud. So just keep playing with this until you have the right, a good sounding mix. Also master, you should usually lower down your master a little bit. Make sure it's not in the red, the master, make sure it's not in the red. So that's pretty much it. And finally, I'm going to show you how to export. So just go to project. Oh, and also to save your song, obviously, like if you don't know how to save a song at this point, I mean, seriously, just press save and it will save the song, but we're going to export. So when you finally have your product, your finished product, you're going to go to project and you're going to click export. So you can choose two different types of files in LMMS, but I wouldn't recommend OGG. Like seriously, nobody ain't got time for that. It's all about Wave nowadays. So click on Wave file. You can choose your name. I'm gonna call this tutorial. Press save. Now this little interface is gonna pop up. You want to choose sync best. Okay. Sample rate. I'd probably put it at 48,000. KP bit rate. Definitely choose like 192 I recommend, or 320. Let's just keep it on 192 though. 16-bit, that's good. Oversample it, put it on 2 times. Export as loop, remove silence, and press start. Okay, so from what I learned, these are the best settings for LMS to make it sound at least somewhat decent. If you really learned something, show some love, hit the subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace.